Business Entertainment, the one place that is dedicated to film, video games, and television. I'm your host, as always, Hoover. And this right here, is another edition of News Drop, giving you some of the news articles in the world of our big three. Um, it's a little weirder here now. Of course, because of real world situations going on. The elections just wrapped up like 2 days ago. So it's currently November 7th. I'm recording this. Makes sense. I got my N7 shirt on. Happy N7 Day to all you Mass Effect sweaties out there. But yeah, so because of the election, news has been fairly slow on R3. So some of these news stories are a little older, but some are pretty recent. But hey, that's what we got going on here. So, today, in this edition of News Drop, some of the things we'll be discussing today include on the film front, we got some pretty troubling news on MCU's Blade movie. But we got some interesting news on the horror comedy parody scary movie. We got some release dates I want to talk about. Breaking news. This is a news story. I don't even have it written in my notes here, but we got some breaking news on a brand new Star Wars trilogy we got going on. We also have no, that's it. That's it for film. And on the video game front, we'll be talking about Netflix shuttering down their gaming division. Um, Fairly new news on the gaming front though. We got a strike from Don't Nod. WB Games has announced what their new direction's gonna be, and then we finally have some updates on Private Division. Pretty big news coming from that one. And then on the TV front, um, we've got new images for Star Wars Skeleton Crew, which I think is a little older now because the trailer is out right now. So we'll have both of those. We also got some set news from the Amazon's Spider-Man Noir series. And then we also have an update on the Good Omens finale. Unfortunately, probably not a very good update. We also got some news on the Squid Game remake, which I think is a trailer for that came out not too long either. And then to close things off, we will have our big news on the Marvel TV slate that is to come in the future. And we got a new trailer for that too. Then, of course, as always, we're going to close things out with some trailers for movies and TV. Like I mentioned, Skeleton Crew is going to have a trailer in there. Squid Game and Marvel will have a trailer in there as well. Um, yeah, I know if y'all been following me for a minute, my chair has been annoying me forever. So excuse me if I'm fixing it every so often. But yeah, that is what we'll be talking about here in this news drop today. So let's go on ahead and just get right to talking about some news. By the way, I'm trying out the face cam in a full screen like this. I always thought it was kind of I could never get my colors right, so I never liked to be in full screen. But y'all let me know what y'all thinking about this. But anywho, let's go ahead and start with our news story. So, of course, it's been reported quite a while ago that Blade has been quietly removed from Marvel's film schedule. It was slated to come out for 2015, but it has been delayed indefinitely currently. So, yeah, so Marvel Studios has officially removed Blade from its release schedule, leaving the long delayed reboot undated. That's all about three movies that have been added to 2028. Um, we'll get to a little bit of that stuff later. But yeah, so we all know Captain America, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four are all coming next year, 2025. Blade was originally supposed to be there, but now it's not. It wouldn't arrive in theaters on November 7th. Wow, we're literally 1 year from today it was supposed to be coming out. But yeah, no mention at San Diego Comic Con or D23. I did mention that in my wrap up. As a result, Blade reboot is undated and delayed indefinitely. Dan Trachtenberg's Predator Badlands has taken Blade's place next November. Disney has also dated three Untitled Studios for February 18th, May 5th, and November 10th. For his word, Scooper, My Time to Shine H on Twitter says that Blade is not dead, so don't bury it just yet. Which again, it's not a surprise. But indefinitely just means there is no timetable or window that is believed to when it can come back. Um, so it's not canceled. It's just they're taking things back to the draw. I would hope they're taking things back to like the drawing board, like literally from the ground and scrap everything you did. Because so far this thing has gone through like what three directors, like five writers. Blade reboot poorly on track to film next year. New script being written. I do think that was another small thing. What else are we talking about here? Everything that has to talk about is just what the mystery three films in 2028 could be. So we'll figure out. Mahasha Mahershala was the one to come in 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and said, "I want to play Blade." Is what the movie's about. He also revealed that at the time that movie is going to be R-rated. Oh, this is Feige talking about it. We are still committed to the movie, and we're so committed that we're not going to make it until it's right, Feige said of Blade earlier this year, which has been frustrating for us and for some fans because it's taken a while. But we have a new writer working on it now. I've read half of his new draft, and it's feeling good so far. So yeah, that's been like the main problem for this movie so far is the script has not been able to get done right and get done well. That's why I said they've gone through like five writers, like three directors have dropped out. Also, want to point out because it's delayed indefinitely. Um, don't be surprised. This is an October 28th update. Um, yeah, basically saying they hope to have it on track so they can shoot next year. And just like the guy said, just like this guy said, new scripts are being written. As I just read from that Feige quote, the new writer just finished up a bit of their draft. Feige was liking it so far. The real reason why Blade isn't getting done is because the story is disconnected from the rest of the multiverse saga. That sounds like good news to me. Same goes for Armor Wars, Nova, etc. It's not that they're not getting made, they're getting pushed to make room for multiversal stories, which also kind of makes sense. Um, he has a whole arc set up with Midnight Suns and the supernatural side of the MCU. DS2. What's DS2? Oh, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 2. Werewolf by Night, Moon Knight, Agatha, and Ironheart only have scratched the surface of what's coming. That is the only thing that's kept him attached. So okay, if that's true, I understand it. Because for one, I hope it's disconnected from the multiverse crap. Because I'm not gonna lie, the multiverse stuff has not been the best. Um, some of the best movies to come out um in this phase has been the movies that really don't have a lot of connection to the multiverse stuff. Like Guardians 3 was fantastic. Spider-Man, of course, was massively attached to the multiverse stuff. That's probably been the best. That's been the best one so far. Um, Shang-Chi hasn't been had to do with multiverse stuff. That was great. Uh, yeah, even the yeah, so I hope it's not connected to the multiverse stuff. I feel like Blade is not, especially as a debut, is not meant and be done well to be a multiverse story. But as I was saying before, with this news though, I warned like when I like my sisters asked if I seen this, I told both of them I was like, do not be surprised if the next thing to come out from this is the fact that Mahershala Ali is going to drop out. Remember, he's been attached to this thing for like 5 years. That's 5 years he's had to keep his schedule fairly open so he can be ready when this film is ready to shoot. That's a lot of money this man's probably have to leave on the table. A lot of roles he's had to um, turn down because it will take up a lot of time, and he's got to have his schedule clear for when this movie is ready to shoot. And I understand being a part of a Marvel movie is a pretty big damn thing. No matter what you think of the Marvel movies so far, still being attached to one is a big deal. And most importantly, it's a lot of money. It's a lot. It could be a lot of money you got guaranteed, and a lot of guaranteed work and guaranteed money. Because you know, if you join the MCU, you're most likely going to be popping up in more than one movie. So that's a lot of money you got coming in. So it's financially it's a good thing, but it's only has that stuff rolling in if the movie is moving forward. The fact that this movie isn't moving forward, and he's been trying to attach to this thing for 5 years, it's kind of trouble. And Mahershala Ali is like 50, so like that's already like a thing. Actually, let's see. Google, because I still haven't changed my uh, yeah. Let's see. I cannot spell his name. My bitch. That's not what I tried to pick. There you go. I think he's like 50. Yeah, he's 50. So he's already 50. So he's already up there in age to be attached to something that's probably going to be like a multi franchise, a multi film franchise that he's attached to. So it it's a little worrying. So I was saying, don't be surprised if the next big update from this movie is the fact that he's gonna drop. He might drop out. Granted, if they can get shit on track and get shit rolling, and like the script is nailed down, it's great. It's the best script that they've presented so far. Like I said, hopefully they strip everything down and do it from the ground up. Besides trying to stick to the original script, which has gone through like 5 rewrites. So hopefully, Blade off the schedule, but it's still being worked on behind the scenes. So we'll see when it's gonna pop up next. All right, in other news, I hate that these things have to reload. Like I literally get here and load them up, and, and I still have to reload them when they come back. I should just leave them all open. Might do that. I ain't gonna front. Just open them all up. Let's try to get them all. Try to get them all started up and rolling here, so they can be ready when I get there. All right, so the Wayans brothers return for the Scary Movie reboot. Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans and Keenan Ivory Wayans, who created the parody franchise that launched the first movie in 2000, are writing the script for the new film. I believe this was first announced by Marlon Wayans himself on social media. But yes, the Wayne brothers are teaming up for the first time in years to bring their Scary Movie franchise back to life. They're turning to film series to pen the script for the new project that was announced earlier this year at CinemaCon. Oh, okay. Known for satirizing horror flicks, the Scary Movie franchise launched with the first movie hitting theaters in 2000 and spawned 4 sequels. So if y'all don't remember, Scary Movie is a classic horror movie parody from the 2000s. It starred Anna Paquin, not Anna Paquin. Um, Damn it, why am I blanking on her name? I love her. She's great. Anna Faris. Start Anna Faris, Regina Hall, Marlon, and Sean Waynes, plus some other people who kind of came in from different movies. But yeah, it was a horror movie parody. The first movie parodied Scream. And then I think the second movie parodied like classic like haunted house horror movies. But I think they were detached from it after the second movie. Yeah, so while Marlon and Sean wrote and starred in those initial 2 movies, Paramount Pictures were handed global distribution for the forthcoming title through their first look deal with producer Miramax. The Wayans brothers will write and produce the new one with Rick Alvarez. The sixth title in the franchise begins shooting next year ahead of a planned theatrical release. They got the kind of the story. Yeah, Marlon went to the Instagram on Tuesday to share a photo of himself with the Ghostface style. Hold on, see if I can load that up. After nearly 20 years, the Wayne brothers are finally returning. Yeah, it was this. This is the first thing I saw of it. Yeah, so we're back after nearly 20 years. The Wayne brothers are finally going back to give fans what they've been asking for and return to the Scary Movie franchise. So, Chris, we're going to return to Scary Movie before we got a White Chick sequel. Granted, that's probably. Now, I think with the climate of today's day and age, that will never happen. Um, did they got? Yeah, so like I said, start NFL, Regina Hall, first movie over 2000. 42 million domestic, setting a record at the I did not know this at the time for the biggest opening weekend for an R-rated horror film and a black director. Wow. Movie, the three-way book, white chicks, like I just mentioned, like I mentioned, probably, probably we're never getting a white chick sequel in this day and age. I don't think we're ever gonna get this. Okay, and there's just so I didn't go through the story, but I don't know what the story is that led the Wayans brothers to um lose the rights to the movie because we got more. But I think after the second one, from three onwards to like five, it did not involve the Wayans brothers. And I'm not gonna lie, the quality fell off, kind of fell off after that. That one was kind of good. The one that had like Charlie Sheen and Simon Rex in it. It was they were paired in like Signs and like Anthony Edwards and Kevin Hart was in it too. So that one was pretty funny. Not as good as the first two though, but it was all right. So yeah, scary movie coming back with the Wayans brothers. I wonder how it's going to turn out, and I wonder if it's a success, because long-standing sequels, when like there's like years or even at this point decades after the last one, could sometimes not do very well. All right, moving on. We've got some brand new dates slated for a couple movies. So we got Jumanji 3 is set to release in theaters on Christmas of 2026. Um it's been 5 years since Jumanji: The Next Level that came out in 2019, and then it was a massive hit. Then we got the sequel, Welcome to the Jungle. I know Next Level was the first. Next Level was the last one. Welcome to the Jungle was the first one, I think. I don't know how these work. But yes, now with all that though, that we can see Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan back in the game. Sony Pictures is set in December 11th, 2026 date for the movie. So yeah, so Christmas, Jumanji's coming back in 2 years. So these movies tend to do pretty well. I haven't seen the second one, whatever that one was called. Here we go. The core cast of the first two movies are all expected to return. Um, which will once again see Kaz Dunn occupying the director's chair. So the director's coming back too. We don't know who's going to be joining them. Aquafina, Danny DeVito, and Danny Glover's next level appearances will take some beating. What the hell does that mean? Okay, next level was the second one. Okay. As the fans of the franchise will recall, the last movie ended with I don't know. Well, it's for the spoiler ship. I don't care. Spoiler alert: Jumanji players Spencer, Fridge, Bethany, and Martha leaving a cafe and walking headfirst into a stampede of ostriches from inside the game. That after the first two movies spent with our heroes headed to the world of Jumanji, and this time around, so it was teasing that because in the movie, the four teenagers get transported into the game and play as the characters within the game who are The Rock, Kevin Hart, Kevin Gillan, and Jack Black. They portray these characters in the game. But it seems like the last movie teased the fact that the kids will be in the game themselves, kind of like how the original Jumanji is. So yeah, Christmas 2026. Um, turn that up, mic a little bit because I'm pretty close. You can hear all my breathing. Yeah, 2026 Christmas Jumanji. But then we also have not done this is disabling my ad blocker variety. We also got Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4, which is set to release in July of 2026. More interestingly, though, it's going to follow Avengers Doomsday. So I mentioned this way, way, way back. How Tom Holland was talking about how this is the closest he's been attached to Spider-Man. He's been attached in pre-production this time. They tapped him to be a part of the pre-production process. The first time he's done that since he's been a part of this. So now we have a big development here, as now July 24th, 2026 is slated to be the fourth Spider-Man movie. Um, Destin Daniel Cretton is directing this one. Oh, really? Will debut shortly after Avengers Doomsday. So this is going to be the first movie to come out after the next Avengers movie, which is going to be pretty interesting. Far from home. It's gonna be interesting. I'll talk about it. Anything else we're talking about here? Far From Home similarly released 2 months after Avengers Endgame, which was really good. During the Pearson Snyder show, Holland confirmed that his fourth Spider movie will begin production mid 2025, so mid next year, summer of next year. They plan on shooting. So yeah, so kind of in the same vein I mentioned the Blade movie. The fact that this is going to be our first movie coming out of whatever the hell's going to happen in Avengers Doomsday kind of has me a little worried because the way the last one ended with nobody remembering Peter Parker or remembering that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, he's being on his own after Aunt May passed away. And MJ and Ned don't have memories of him now, so that friendship's gone. Happy Hogan doesn't remember him, so now he doesn't have even like the Avengers on his side now. Even though who the hell knows who or what the Avengers are nowadays. But most importantly, it seemed like it was going to get down to like a back to basics feel for Spider-Man here. He's not checked out with all the suits and all the gadgets like he's been in the last three movies. He had the new suit that he made himself, being inspired by the other two Spider-Men. So I was really excited for the prospect of seeing um, a more street leveled, ground based Spider-Man movie. But now the fact that this is going to immediately follow a big Avengers movie, which again we'll have to see what this Avengers movie is, because as I mentioned, we have not seen or heard or really got any inclination as to who is on the Avengers or even what the Avengers are now after Endgame. So, but yeah, the fact that it's after that kind of has me worried that it's gonna have to incorporate a bunch of that shit into the movie, and it won't be as focused on that. But I will give them the benefit of a doubt because, like it was mentioned, Far From Home followed Endgame immediately, and they still were able to make it a very much a Spider-Man Peter Parker driven story. Even No Way Home with the multiversal stuff, it was still at the heart and at its core a Peter Parker Spider-Man driven movie. Even if it had to incorporate all the multiversal stuff, it still kept Peter Parker Spider Man at the core, it still managed to evolve his character. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that they can make it work, but I am just a little concerned about that. So yeah, so we got Spider Man in July 2026, and then we got Jumanji in December of 2026. All right, now this is new. I haven't even. This is new. I seen it when I loaded up my article in one of our TVs. But Star Wars trilogy deal. Lucasfilms taps Simon Kinberg to write and produce a brand new Star Wars trilogy. Let's read on and see what it is. So Lucasfilms closed the deal with Simon Kinberg to develop a trilogy of Star Wars films. He will write and produce them with Lucasfilms chief Kathleen Kennedy. I heard this will compromise episodes 10 through 12 of the Skywalker saga. So continue with the mainline movies. That began with Lucasfilms in 1977, along with Spielberg's Jaws research. Okay, that's this yapping shit. Um, Insiders disputed my intel that Kimberg will continue that storyline, saying this instead will begin a new saga and sit alongside the other Star Wars projects that have been sitting Mangold's, Chinoy's, Taika Waititi, and Donald Glover. And then Lucas are not commenting because yeah, they have a lot of Star Wars stuff. Is this the one that was supposed to be? No, because James Mangold is doing the Mandalorian movie, I believe. Charmine, that she's doing the Ray movie that's gonna have Daisy Ridley come back as Ray, I believe. And then Donald Glover is of course attached to a um Lando film. I don't know what Taika's doing for Star Wars. Kimber previous work with Lucasfilms and Dave Filoni and Carrie Beck on Star Wars Rebels. Of course, heavily involved. Yeah, He's been a part of the X-Men movies for a while. So it's just this is just his resume. The Running Man, blah, 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 so not too much. So we don't really know what Not too much news, but just the fact that he's attached to it. If y'all don't know, Simon Kinberg has been a writer and producer. He's been attached to the Fox X-Men movies for years. He's been a writer and producer on damn near all of those. He's not directing it, so that's good because I believe still to this day his only directing credit was Dark Phoenix. Director. Yeah, let's see, because I think that's still he's done a couple things from there. 355. He directed that. That was a that too, if I remember correctly. All right, let's see. Director. He's directed three things. Uh, an episode of the Twilight Zone, Dark Phoenix, like I mentioned, and the 355. I didn't know he directed that. That was all with all like the female secret agents and shit, right? Yeah, that's the one. Unfortunately, both of them did not do well in the box office. So yeah, so he's doing a new trilogy. It's going to be the next trilogy, mainline Star Wars movies. He's going to be writing them. So we got more Star Wars coming up. So Disney has gotten the Star Wars shit so damn messy since they got it. Like, like everything they do is still so attached to the damn Skywalker shit. Taking place at different times, so many different characters, so many different. It's just so much. Why don't they just put it in a time that's well after the Star Wars saga and leaves them with so much room to do their own thing without conflicting with so much of the previous shit? I don't get it. But whatever. So that's that. But anywho, yes, that is it for our film division. Now we'll be moving on to television. All right, so we'll close that up. But let's move on to our video game section that thankfully is still open. All right, so we're going to start off with this. Netflix closes its all-star triple video game studio, which made zero games. They didn't make anything. All right, so now reported by Game Files, Stefan, that has been shut down. Netflix seemed to want to continue to make inroads into gaming. They offer dozens of decently good mobile titles on the service. So it wanted more and formed an internal studio, which is codenamed Blue, meant to make a AAA multi-platform game based on an original IP. But unfortunately, that has been shut down. They had an all-star list of talent. Overwatch executive producer Chaco Sonny, Halo creatively, Joseph Staten, The Coalition's Jerry Edsall, Blizzard and Bungie's Gavin Idry, and Sony Santa Monica art director Raphael Grassetti, and many more. News confirmed by Netflix the game file, but it did not say how many people were impacted by the closure. Netflix is not out of gaming entirely and has shuffled around other roles in its gaming division, but breaking down into the AAA space does not seem to be in the cards anytime soon. Um, I'm not gonna lie, might be a good move. Might be a good move. I mean, we have seen a lot of video game vets in the AAA space struggle with game development and making games. So to have Netflix just kind of decide, you know what, maybe what we don't want to do that. Uh, is that game development is not about trying to assemble the Avengers of game devs from other studios, but rather having a clear, coherent vision of what you're trying to make in the first place, which is kind of going to be what I was going to go into. And that apparently did not come together. One thing we do not know through all this reporting is the subject matter or genre of the game being worked on the last 2 years. So surprising that it was supposed to be an original IP. We know how many IPs this has its portfolio, and no doubt many of them will make a good video game. But Lord knows it's tough to break into the AAA market, doing so with a brand new IP, a company with zero experience in that space. Basically, exactly what I was about to make. We've got big time juggernauts in the gaming space who have tons of experience and have been doing this for a long time. They are struggling to upkeep AAA games. So I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move for Netflix to just kind of realize that doing this probably isn't the best thing for them financially. Uh, yeah, so that's a good move. Um, I would definitely say if they want to keep doing it, scale down. Go to double A games. I feel like that's a low risk, high reward thing. Especially if you focus on what they said, having a cohesive vision for the games you want to make. That way it is not so expensive. You don't got to spend, $40 million to develop the game. Go something a little smaller, make it a little more focused on just making a good, fun game, maybe a nice little dope art style. You put it out there for like $40. I could there could be a lane for that. Um, Amazon tried it. But they recently cut 180 jobs from his gaming division and canceled some of his games like Crucible back in 20. I remember Crucible. Yeah, that didn't last long. Other streamers like WB HBO Max have been has been content to license out its content to its developers. That can go horribly awry. As just saw Rockstar's $20 million losing Suicide Squad. Disney had a disappointing Star Wars game with Outlaws, and before that, Avengers Tate. So yeah, AAA games not for the faint of heart. Yeah, so I think it's a good move for Netflix, honestly. I mean, yeah, like I said, they got Stranger Things, they got Squid Games, which are all hot properties right now. They could have just made a game based on any of those. That would have had some buzz just based off the name alone, but you know what I mean. It's still a rough go to take things. All right, next up, something that honestly surprised the hell out of me when I saw this, but Take Two, the company that owns the likes of like NBA 2K, but most importantly Grand Theft Auto, which plays a role in this story apparently. Take Two is selling Outer Worlds publisher private division because it says it's in the business of making great big games like Grand Theft Auto. The lead into this was kind of hilarious, to be honest. And the one thing I gave Netflix praise for, like, hey, not going into a big AAA space is a good move. If you want to keep going into a games way, focus on doing double A games. Things that don't have to be as large and grandiose and don't have to sell millions of damn copies to be profitable. Focus on something smaller in scale, just make focus on making this a fun game with a good story, and you could sell that and still do pretty well, especially if it's good and it gets good word of mouth, especially for an original IP. On the other hand, you got Take Two, which is selling not Outer Worlds, Take Private Division, who's been doing a lot of the indie games for a while, and getting rid of those because they just want to stick to doing. They want to specifically stick to doing big shit like Grand Theft Auto, all these big AAA game shit. So Take Two owner of Rockstar and 2K, like I mentioned, has so private divisions publishing label of the Pittsburgh Special games like Outer Worlds and Moon Studios, No Rest for the Wicked. And I love the Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds was great. Outer Worlds was exactly the kind of game I just kind of mentioned. It was a nice little double A game. Um, it wasn't trying to do anything crazy to change the game. It knew what it wanted to be. It stuck to being that, and it was fun. It was enjoyable. It wasn't something I had to pour millions upon hundreds of hours into. It was a single player role playing game, and it was fun as hell. I love the Outer Worlds. I'm very excited for the Outer Worlds too. The buyer of Private Division is currently unknown. Has confirmed that it was not Microsoft. Strauss Zelnick says the sale happened because the company is interested in making big hits, in quotes, like Grand Theft Auto. By the way, what other what other damn games does Take Two even have? Like that's literally the only thing I can tell you in terms of like big games is Grand Theft Auto. They have freaking NBA 2K is on like a yearly release schedule, so there's that. Let's see. Sid Meier's Civilization, is that a big game? Is that a Grand Theft Auto type game like say NBA 2K? Those are the ones who coming up on the splash banner right now. So then Rockstar, which is basically uh the biggest of the big games. Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption. Don't know if we're gonna get any more of those though. What the hell is Zynga? 2K, which just does NBA 2K. Game of Thrones Legends. What the hell is this? Farmville. Hey, this is a goddamn mobile studio. Yes, it is. Star Wars Hunters. I've seen this. I've seen footage of this. Yeah, this is damn mobile game developer. So these these are big games they just want to focus on. Wow. Okay, confirms that its sole private division that the company which owns Rockstar 2K, which we just looked up, previously held in order to work on smaller titles alongside mostly independent studios. The buyer is currently unknown, though Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick tells Games that the purchaser will be known relatively soon. Rule out that it's Xbox. The unknown buyer holds the rights to most of the private division's catalog, including Tales of the Shrine, a Lord of the Rings game, though Take-Two is continuing to support No Rest for the Wicked. The previously partnered with Obsidian for Outer Worlds, though the game ended up launching in 2019, well after Obsidian was acquired by Microsoft and added to Xbox Game Studios. Private Division still holds the publishing rights to the first game in the Outer Worlds franchise, but the sequel is being published by Xbox. Uh, so because it was an Obsidian game, Private Division still owns the rights to one, but Xbox is gonna own the second one, which kind of sucks because that's like probably their next big release, and it's not even going to be independently theirs. It's going to be Xbox. So whoever bought them is going to have to share revenue with Xbox. Interesting in selling Private Division early in the year after the company shuttered Intercept Games and Roll 7, two internal studios under Private Division. So they shut it down too. So the writing was seemingly on the wall there. We're really best at these big AAA experiences. We have the biggest intellectual properties in the interactive entertainment business. Take off that fucking S, my boy. You mean we have the biggest intellectual property, that being Grand Theft Auto, some of the biggest intellectual properties in the overall entertainment business, and to make sequels to existing beloved franchise. Basically, and we still gonna be keep making 2Ks, NBA 2K. As long as we create, and Borderlands, because 2K is Borderlands as well. Um, yeah. So, I wish the best for Private Division. Like I said, love the Outer Worlds. And I mean, if this is the move for Take Two, hey, more power to them, I guess. All right. So next up, we got Warner Brothers games to double down on Hogwarts, Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, and DC, but in particularly Batman. Um, After admitting its video game business is substantially underperforming right now, WB has said it plans to double down on four key titles, name checking Batman in particular. Yeah, we know this year has been pretty bad. Rocksteady's fucking Suicide Squad has been a pretty big failure. Multiverse flopped after after making a comeback. They tried to come back and it flopped yet again. That's a total write down of over $300 million in Warner Brothers gaming division so far in 2024, which is bad because if y'all know over here it's been fuck David Zaslav for a while. You know, WB Discovery has been in huge debt ever since they merged. That's why we had all those movies being canceled. A lot of shows got canceled. They literally, I got a video. I'll finish my little script for it. I got a video coming out about shows that I'm still pissed got canceled, and one of them has a massive connection to WB and DC, most notably Max. Because Max, if y'all remember, went through a massive point where they removed a bunch of animated shows from the streaming service. They removed a bunch of shit from the streaming service and then at the same time increased the price of it. That's why I stopped fucking with HBO Max. So yeah, David Zaslav said that on the game side of things, the company plans to double down on just four titles and reduce the number of video games it releases in the process. And we mentioned those before: Hogwarts Legacy, Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, and DC. But more importantly, Batman. Has there even been any WB Game of Thrones games? We're through some of the worst, and it has been pretty in the gaming business. We have four games that are really powerful and have a real constituency that constitute. I don't know what the fuck that word is. I love that we're going to focus on those four primarily. They've been profitable game franchises with a loyal global fan base. Focus on development efforts on those core franchises with proven studios to improve our success ratio. So this means they're gonna actually let Rocksteady just make a goddamn single player Batman game. Because what you call it didn't do well either. Um, the other Batman game where it was like Nightwing and Robin and Batgirl in it. I forget what that was called. Here is Batman. Controversial live service Luda Shooter, Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League. Failure was in part due to not being another single player game, which rather Rocksteady is known for. They did just list the VR Suits of Arkham game, which ain't gonna do too well. I'm telling you. We do know Hogwarts was the most profitable game, the best selling game the year it came out. Mortal Kombat 1, released in September last year. Um, if I remember correctly, that didn't do too. It might have sold well, but I don't think it was received very well. It didn't have a lot of legs, if I'm knowing correctly. Decided on its next game 3 years ago. Ed Boon confirmed that the studio had decided on its next game 3 years ago, but insisted it was still fully committed to supporting Mortal Kombat 1 for a long time to come. So does this mean Injustice is done? Well, it did say DC, and Injustice is DC. So yeah, so Warner Brothers Games trying to get its shit together. We'll see how successful that is. There has been news for a while that they are trying to like double down on Hogwarts Legacy. How successful that'll be, we'll have to wait and see. All right, next up, our final story for video games. Life is Strange developers go on strike because of layoffs. The strike follows a reorganization plan that might result in the layoff of up to 69 workers. 69. So this is Don't Nod. Y'all might know they made Life is Strange, Remember Me, and Vampire. They announced a strike yesterday, November 8th, to the studio's HQ in Paris. The strike follows the studio's redundancy plan. Back in October, the studio announced a reorganization plan that could result in the layoff of 69 staff members. Negotiations started. Employees demand that the studio abandon the plan, um, and they have a voice in decision making of the company. And that Don't Nod CEO Oscar Gullibert will be present at the negotiations. I guess those didn't work out too well. That it was the company's actions resulted in the need for reorganizing. So saying it wasn't our fault, it was the choices y'all made that's now resulted in y'all having to restructure shit, but we have to be the ones to pay the price for it. We warned leadership about these failures for years, but are not being listened to. Ultimately, we're the ones paying the price for those absurd decisions today. Just like I said, staff members noted that the numerous workers had left the company due to difficult work conditions. Want to save the company, but not at the price of unjustified redundancies or deteriorated working environment. Then that's just shit about that. So, hey, good for them. Round of applause. Round of applause for them. Hey, it ain't our fault y'all having this trouble, but now y'all finna lay us off because of the dumb fucking decisions y'all made. Hey, respect to them. We need to see more of this. This is why we need more video game. This is why we need more unions for video game developers. For real. Honestly, this shit feel like what I'm dealing with in my job right now. But anywho, that was our last article for video games. Now we will be getting into movies. All right. Claps that. So for TV, and nothing is nothing is loaded here. Fantastic. Let's click on all these and get them. load it up here. Well, some of them did. This just didn't. All right. So first thing for TV. So David Fincher is eyeing the new Squid Game series as his next project. So if y'all don't know, Netflix, um, they had this really big show called Squid Game. Y'all might have heard of it. Took over the internet back in like the COVID days. We got a season 2 on the way, but for some weird ass reason, Netflix wants to make an English version of Squid Game. So they want to make an American version of a show that they literally have on their own streaming service, which is weird. Usually when this happens, it's like, it's like TV. It's on a TV show that aired, like think of like The Office. The Office aired in the UK, but didn't really come over to the States. So they made a American version of The Office. But the weird thing is, it's Netflix. You literally have the original one on your streaming service. Like, like you have the one that blew up already. Why are you making an American version of it? Like you own, like you own it. It's yours. It's on your platform. It's already on your streaming service. Why are you making another one? But yeah, so details are vague, but there are rumors that David Fincher could be the one to be leading this. He could squeeze in a movie beforehand and start to say the Squid Game series. It's like the project Fincher commits his time to in 2025. This will mark the first Squid Game scripted series offshoot, though it's not the first universe. Yeah, we know they had the little weird reality show thing of it. Fincher would mark the first English language scripted Squid Game series, uh, which is weird. It's just so weird that they're doing an English version of something that's a huge success in its original form. Also, like the reason they got the people to compete in the games is because apparently like um debt is like a huge issue over there. Which it of course is here. So I was about to say, I guess that does translate pretty well. Just get a bunch of people in debt. Um, but even here, I feel like even here in the states, because even when I seen it, I thought it was kind of wild how like the people still stuck to doing it, even though you could clearly die. Like you could clearly die from doing it, and like they still went through it to pay off the debts. Um, because like, hey, living in debt is terrible, but it's not like I ain't gonna risk my life to do it. But I mean, hey, I know, but the director has been one of Netflix's top talents going back to when he helped the then fledgling streamer jump into the world of original content with the series drama House of Cards. He was also behind Netflix's crime thriller series Mindhunter. So he's got some connections to Netflix. After directing The Killer for Netflix, which about last November, he has been taking his time figuring out his next move. All signs seem to point towards Squid Game, though. I mean, I like David Fincher. David Fincher is great. He's one of the best in the game. So will an English Squid Game be as good or as interesting as the original version? I mean, probably not. That's why it's the original version. But we shall see. All right, we got some news for Good Omens fans. Good news and bad news. So, if you're a fan of Prime's Good Omens and have been waiting to see the characters come back, we got some good news and some bad news. The good news is, per deadline, a 90-minute follow up to the emotional season 2 finale is coming out. Shooting due to begin in Scotland early next year. But the bad news is that the said hour and a half episode isn't coming. Instead, is that an hour and a half, 1 hour and a half episode is coming instead of a full blown third season that was announced last December. Um, the cause for the shakeup isn't a reflection of the popularity or reception of the show, which seems to be actually pretty good. I've seen like the first 2 episodes and it was really good. But the issue is that the show's writer and creator Neil Gaiman left because of essay allegations from multiple women. So there you go. So Good news is we are getting a finale to Good Omens, but the bad news is it's not going to be a full season. It's just going to be an hour and a half episode. So we'll see what good they can do. Also, Neil Gaiman is not going to be a part of it at all. So don't know how much that could affect the quality of the show, but we're at least getting we're at least getting some closure to the show at least. So a little quick one there. Like I said, I haven't watched the full show. I've seen the first like two, maybe three episodes. I did like it though. It was really good. But I gotta get back and watch it now. I have so much shit I gotta watch. Alright, next up. Nicolas Cage's Spider-Man Noir costume. We got a first look at that on set. So y'all don't know, Amazon is developing a live action Spider-Man Noir series. It does star Nicolas Cage returning. He voiced Spider-Man Noir in the Spider-Verse movie. The first one a few years ago. That ain't what I want. But TMZ, we got the first set photos and videos of Nicolas Cage in the suit. Uh, did I have it on here? Or do I gotta go to it? I gotta click on it. That's lame. All right, let's look. Let's see. It was like him like standing on top of like a car or something. I remember. Let's see if that helps. Look this shit load faster, bruh. Screen rant. Come on now. So yeah, so it's gonna be Spider-Man Noir, old timey Spider-Man. I'm gonna see if I can just pull up the damn images. Yeah, so here we go. There we go. Look at that. That damn quick. That damn quick screen rant. Thank you. But yeah, so these are our first looks on set for Spider-Man: The World. Our costume looks pretty damn good. I'm gonna be honest. Pretty spot on there. And let's we go. So yeah, it's gonna be Nicolas Cage. We got some other cast. I kind of did a cast update a while ago. But yeah, so the alternate universe of Peter Parker. Uh, will make another hero character, which is yet to be revealed. Okay. The Prime Video series also does not use Spider-Man name in the title, other than to call the show Spider Noir. Okay, despite the change the first look of Spider-Man Noir in action. Yeah, okay. So Nicolas Cage, first look at Spider-Man Noir suits. Looks pretty good. We'll have to check this out when the show comes out. Spider Noir, not Spider-Man Noir, just Spider Noir. All right. Next up, see if comic book actually brings up the damn images. Star Wars Skeleton Crew has been marketed. A group of young people in the galaxy far, far away who go on a galactic adventure with a rascally traveler named Jad Nawud. And then we got some little images of it. So here we go. The first images of Skeleton Crew. This comes out on the December 3rd, so it's about a month away. Let's see if we can get a little bit about the show. Strange alien, blah blah blah. Scum Crew has only described Zulaw's character as a force user, which leaves a lot of room for twist and surprise when it comes to which way he leans with the use of the force. When four kids make a mysterious discovery on their seemingly safe home planet, they get lost in a strange and dangerous galaxy, finding their way home and meeting unlikely allies and enemies, and will be a greater adventure than they ever imagined. So yeah, Jude Law's in here. Um, Tim, I don't know any of these kids. Jaleel White's in there. Oh shit! We got Urkel, space pirate Urkel, named Gunther. Well, the Mandalorian's pirate character Vane, okay, will also appear in the show, as will other pirate characters like Brutus, Fred Tatasciore, voice Pax, and Chad. Okay, and that's coming December 3rd. We'll go a little bit more on Skeleton Crew because we got the first trailer. Yeah. Speaking of trailers, Marvel has revealed the 2025 Disney Plus release schedule and shown our first looks at a lot of the shows that are going to be coming to Disney Plus. All right, a new listing by Disney includes release dates and time frames for several Marvel shows, including Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Eyes of Wakanda, Marvel Zombies, and Wonder Man, which has been like the weirdest one for me because it's been like the worst kept secret for a while. But again, never officially revealed, never officially announced. And then they just show this, and I believe there's footage too. So they've been shooting it, and they haven't actually revealed anything. It's been like the weirdest thing for a Marvel show. The following is reported release schedule for shows. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is slated for January 29th. Isles of Wakanda August 6th. Oh, damn, I can't talk. August 6th. Marvel Zombies October and Wonder Man in December. We got a bunch of the logos. Here's Eyes of Wakanda. That's the animated anthology series. Focus, of course, on Wakanda. And here's Wonder Man. And I believe Abdul Yahya Mateen, yeah, Yahya Abdul Mateen is starring as Simon. I don't know his last name. Wonder Man. So yeah, big news coming from Marvel. And then a little bit after this, they released a little sizzle reel of things to come, which we will also get into a little bit later. So yes, that is it for TV. Yeah, all of our TV stories. So of course, now that all the news stories are wrapped up, we're gonna jump into some trailers. So of course, if you're listening to this on the audio rail, you can go ahead and close this out right now. Thank you all so much for listening. If you haven't already, make sure you follow on all the platforms. We're on Spotify, um, Apple Podcasts, um, YouTube Music because I got the YouTube channel, so you can find the audio only versions of the shows over there on YouTube, YouTube Music. So yeah, we're on all those. Leave a rating, leave a review, however the things work there, if you so inclined. But thank you all. Thank you so much for listening. I very much appreciate it. I'll catch you all next time. But if you don't care and want to listen to some trailers, or of course you're just watching me on YouTube, we're gonna go on and get into some trailers. All right, so let's jump this. So I got a nice little queue lined up with a majority of them. So I hope I got all of them. But we got a lot. They got like 10 here. So let's check them out. This one, which I believe just came out today. Paramount Plus's Dear. Oh, I gotta put it in the title. Dear Santa, starring Jack Black. They can put it right there in the title. All right, so let's check this out.
Every Christmas, something magical happens
Dear Santa.
when a kid sends a letter to Santa. But Liam
To Santa.
is a crappy speller.
This looks like fun.
Oh, that's putrid.
Thank you.
What do you want?
You summoned me.
Not what I expected.
What'd you expect?
In the movies, the reindeer usually have the antlers, not you.
Kid, are you high?
I'm ready for this.
You lucked out big times. I'm way better than Santa. Ho, ho, frickin' ho. You, my friend, are getting 3 wishes.
You mean like a genie?
They stole that from me. By the way, after you make your wishes, I'm taking your soul.
What?
You ain't never had a friend like me. Okay, that I may have stolen from Aladdin. Now we're even. Let me show you a few of the things I could do for you.
Girls will love Jack.
I'll be
Black.
right
How's not
back.
like Jack Black?
It's Post Malone.
Leo!
What's Malone's daughter?
Look, I'm worried Santa's going to trick me into getting my soul.
I think he's just confused.
We believe you.
You think that's key?
No.
I was not paying attention. Tom Dennis?
I think he's just confused.
No,
Believe you.
No.
Yo, down here! What are you waiting for? Go make a move! Sue me, I'm thirsty.
I tried everything. That kid's incorruptible.
What about doing something out of kindness?
I don't even know what you just said. I mean, I know all the words, but I just never heard them in that order.
You know this man?
I'm his uncle. Beat it.
Who do you think you are talking to me like that?
That doesn't sound right.
Pardon me. kombucha.
Watch this.
No! Please! Never trust a thought. You just gambled and lost.
Nice to meet you. The pleasure was mine.
Man, they released some Best movies early. All right, nice little family child movie. You know, Jack Black. Love some Jack Black. You know, yeah, no. I'm probably not gonna check it out, but we'll see what the reception is like. All right, next up we have Queer, A24 movie, so you know it's probably gonna be damn good. I bet Daniel Craig's in this, right? Yeah, Daniel Craig, Drew Starley, don't know them. Leslie Manfield, don't know them. Jason Schwartzman. I'm guessing from the name Queer, studio behind Moonlight, Lady Bird, Ex Machina, The Beach. That was awkward.
The wise old queen who taught me that I had a duty to live, you know, to conquer hate with knowledge and sincerity and love.
The difficulty is to convince someone else he is really part of you.
What else should I be? All apologies.
Oh, that was a nice ass shot.
What else should I say?
I've got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger fish is right. Cold, slippery, hard to catch.
In the sun,
What's she got to lose?
the sun that feels.
Independence.
In the sun, in the sun.
I want to talk to you
Married,
Damn.
without speaking.
buried.
Miniature set.
All in all is all we all are. All in all is all we are. All in all is
Okay, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is.
all in all.
What are you so afraid of? Door's already open. Can't close it now.
All in all is all.
All you can do is look away.
All in all is all.
Also has a lot of
we all
Wes Anderson
But why
influence like in it.
is all we all are. All in all.
We got artsy Brokeback Mountain. That was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. I like it looked like they used like miniature sets and shit. That was pretty dope. Like I said, some of those shots looked really nice. Like I said, looked like they were done on like miniatures, maybe like maybe even like stop motion. So yeah, all right. Next up, we have The End from Neon. I actually don't know what this one is. I just seen it was fairly new, and I just threw it on the queue. From Academy Award nominee director Joshua Oppenheimer. Not he didn't do Oppenheimer though. The Act of Killing and The Look of Silence. I do remember The Act of Killing being on the Academy Award nomination list. A poignant and deeply human musical. Oh, it's a musical. I am not into music. I am not down musicals. About a family that survived the end of the world. Let's see. Tilda Swinton's in this. Michael Shannon. Okay. George McKay, Moses Ingram. Screenplay by Oppenheimer and Robert Heilberg. South by Joshua Smith and Oppenheimer. All right.
At the beginning, did you ever consider inviting more people?
Who could we trust? We had to think about you.
The seconds ticking past so fast. Before you notice them, they're gone.
Someone's here.
Forever.
Can you see how she got in?
No. And there's half a mile of rock above us.
We live here.
We must be a family.
What about your family?
They're gone.
So you're alone.
When I close
Where do I know that guy from?
When I was little, people came.
Sometimes they seemed nice, but it always ended the same way. They'd try and kill us every time.
I know her from somewhere too.
I just don't understand why she's here. It's like she has an agenda.
So she black?
An agenda? I don't see what...
You don't see?
My nigga, is this a go woke, go broke parody? I don't know why she is here. There seems to be an agenda. Put the just one lone black person in the film. You trying to goddamn DEIs.
Blowing warm and wet. I'll never see the hills dark in silhouette.
I think I like her.
But you've never met anybody before.
Time from blue to black. And I know it can't turn back.
What if we just left this place?
There's nothing out there. You must be very brave, what you went through.
Oh shit. Got Morgan. Wait, that's when he changed.
We did everything to save you, if you only knew. What the hell did you tell her?
None of it's true.
The end, December 6th. I freaking know. This is a fucking ad. Hold on. Yes, it is. Freaking no. Can't tell you where. Moses Ingram and George McKay. I feel like I know them from somewhere. Where do I know? Where do I know these people from? What was she in? Obi-Wan. That's what I know her from. That's where I know her from. She was like the main villain who was trying to kill Darth Vader in the end. I guess Matt K. George Matt K. Where the hell I know him from? I did. Did I see 1917? I don't think so. The Beast. The Beast. I think that's where I know him from. I never saw the movie, but I saw the trailer. No, Wolf. That's what it was. That's what it was. I never saw the movie, but I saw the trailer. That's where I know him from. Yeah, my bad. I had to, I had to go through that real quick. All right, Heart Eyes official Red Brand trailer. This is a horror movie, I think. For past several years, Heart Eyes Killer has wreaked havoc over. Let's just watch it. Murdering couples and shit.
Just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off
Oh, I saw it. Really look. I thought that shit was just in the thumbnail.
Let me love you.
Okay, a little teaser trailer. God damn it, hold on. Go back. I do want to read that description. Past several years, Hard Eyes Killer wreak havoc on Valentine's Day, stalking murdered couples. No one is safe. Red Band, okay. Christopher Landing, Greg, I don't know who any of these people are. Okay. I mean, I gotta see more of it. All right, next up, we have Love Hurts, which came out a while ago, but I haven't watched it because I wanted to watch it for this. This is Ki Hugh Kwan's next film.
Every day is an opportunity to change your life. Good morning.
Do you think I just woke up one day as a top-selling realtor?
You won the Regional Realtor of the Year award.
Sean
Congratulations.
Astin?
No, I had to work for it and stop becoming who I wanted to be.
Aww.
Hiding a living. Not feeling great all of a sudden.
We've been looking for you.
Should be North.
Marvin Gable.
Fuck, Beast Mode?
I thought a has-been killer like yourself would be scarier.
Who are you?
We work with your brother. He brought us in to find you. After you let Rose go.
Where's the girl? Where's the money?
Yeah, where is the girl? Who is the girl? I'm the soundtrack.
This little 4-foot nothing-ass spider monkey ninja got hops. Oh, what the?
You know you see a nigga right there.
Hey, Marv.
When you stole from my brother, I got you out. Why did you come back?
We're
Oh, it's
hiding,
Ariana DeBose.
and hiding ain't living. If we're gonna stop your brother, I'm gonna need the old you, not the realtor.
I told myself that I would never hurt anyone again.
Hey, are you all right?
I'm in the middle of a high-intensity yoga. Can you give me a minute? I'm so sorry.
My brother said he wanted out, but he double-crossed me. Find him.
Now! Swiss cheese they shit.
Don't worry, I've got guys who can patch all this up like new.
Now let's finish this together.
You want the old me? You got him.
It's about damn time.
Sorry, brother. Love hurts.
February 17th. I like that one. I like that one. It gives me like Nobody vibes. I like that one. I like that one. Hey, shouts out to If It Happens. Shouts out to them doing I think Ariana DeBose is Hispanic. Having a Asian do an interracial romance with somebody that ain't white. Actually, let me before I commit to this. Before I commit to this, what is her nationality? Um, Ariana Grande. What? I fucking Ariana Grande, bitch. Ethnicity, yeah, with that. Okay. Oh, she's Afro Latina, Puerto Rican. Her mother is white, so there's a little bit of that in there. All right, that's pretty cool. I like that. Um, producers from no. Oh, that's why it does remind me of Bullet Train too. Fall Guy. That trailer definitely has some Fall Guy vibes in there. Okay, 87 North. I gotta pay attention to this to the studio. They do some good shit. Nobody. I watched Violent Night, but I had it on like in the background, so I didn't actually pay attention to it. Bullet Train I like. Haven't seen Atomic Blonde. Fall Guy was really good. Whoa, wait a minute. A retailer working the Milwaukee suburbs. Did they shoot this in Milwaukee? Did they shoot this in the town? And I didn't even know. Hold up, we do that off camera. I got. They probably didn't because fucking taxes in this bitch is not good for filming. All right, moving on. Moving on. We got our TV trailers here now. Like I mentioned before, Skeleton Crew, the official trailer just dropped. It dropped like 6 days ago. And I made the script like 2 weeks ago. So,
What are you in for? What are you in for?
I found something buried in the woods. Dad.
This is unacceptable. Do you understand?
What do you think it is? Don't touch anything.
Classic, don't touch anything, and then proceeds to touch something.
Really lost. Stay together. We just need some directions home.
Come on, kid. Pay up. Whoa! Where'd you two find an old Republic credit?
Over here, quick. I'll get you home. We'll make a partnership. But we have to move fast. I need you to take the controls.
Okay. Neil? Neil?
A crew of murderous pirates is coming.
Something's wrong.
They're not going to just turn up. We need to find them.
We're not alone down here.
Be warned of booby traps. Pirates and mountains where none dare to go.
If you hear this, don't give up. No matter what.
I wasn't on my radar too much, but that was a pretty damn good trailer. I might actually pay attention to it. It seems like it's something that's kind of been missing from this Star Wars shit, especially with Disney. It seems like it's just fun. It seemed like it's just meant to just be a fun adventure in the Star Wars world, but hopefully little to no connections to anything within like the mainline Star Wars stuff. Please don't involve Jedi's. I know it said, "Oh, the boy is a Force user," but hopefully it's he's something pretty small or something. Hopefully it ain't have massive connections to the Jedi and the Siths and all this other news. And hopefully it's just a fun adventure thing for the kids. It's set in a Star Wars universe. That's all I hope for. Because Star Wars is a bad rap right now. But cool. I liked it. It was pretty cool. All right, next up, Squid Game season 2.
Smile.
이 자리에 오신 여러분을 진심으로 환영합니다. 여러분들은 매 게임이 끝날 때마다 투표를 통해 그때까지 적립된 상금을 가지고 이곳을 나가실 수 있습니다.
저건 뭐야?
무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다.
뭐야?
너한테 벌이 앉았어.
헐, 다 움직였어.
더 큰 상금을 위해 게임을 계속할지 아니면 여기서 중단할지는 전적으로 여러분 결정에 달려 있습니다.
지금 이러면 안 됩니다. 지금 당장 여기서 나가야 됩니다.
당신 뭐야?
여기 관계자야?
해봤어요! 이러다 정말 다 죽어요!
그런 놈이 여길 왜 다시 기어 들어와? 한 판 더! 한 판 더! 한 판 더!
Still looks really damn good, and I tell you that. God, this comes out 2 days after my birthday. I don't even have Netflix. But I'm gonna watch it though. Okay. I'm gonna watch it. Somehow, some way. We gonna watch it. I like how immediately though, let's see if I can go back to it. I like how immediately we get characters who you can
이 자리에
tell
오신
are like
여러분을 진심으로
supposed to be them
환영합니다.
characters from the first season.
여러분들은 매 게임이 끝날 때마다 투표를 통해
Yeah, I think it was
그때까지 적립된 상금
Like You got the very attractive young woman, just like old girl from season one.
가지고 이곳을 나가실
You got the the dangerous looking streetwise tough dude, like that's like the dude from season one.
수 있습니다.
저건 뭐야?
You had old boy with the glasses. He seems to be like the very nice side guy, like the Indian guy from season one. You have the dude with the glasses. I don't know if he's gonna be as underhanded as that asshole from the first season. Cool. It's cool to see it back. I like the whole prospect of him like trying to get everybody through the game alive. And then of course, like after it happens, you immediately get the motherfucker who after immediately screams and moves, does the exact thing that got the first person killed, and like you immediately just do it. Like, come on, bro. High IQ. Use your brain. Use your head. All right, moving on. I think we got Walking Dead
Driving the Nissan Rogue
season
with
2.
Google built.
Shut the fuck up. We don't need no ads playing this bitch. Thank you very much.
Why do you want to go back? After everything that happened.
Why all of a sudden do you want to bring back Manhattan?
Thank you all for coming. I guess you're in for a bit of a shock. You see, power
So he's in there?
equals power.
A little teaser trailer. Well, it did say teaser trailer. I know nothing about this show. Like I said, actually, I watched it, but I never watched the last episode. Like I mentioned way back, I finished the mainline show. I watched the spinoff with Michonne and Rick. I never got to the last episode, so I'm gonna have to watch it over again. Watch that last episode. And I closed the book on the Walking Dead TV show. But they got all these little spinoffs going. Seemed like it's just Negan in New York doing Negan things. This is what I'm talking about. Negan back to being Negan. That's exactly what I said. So, hey, I wish it all the best. All right, next up. We have this. I was kind of conflicted on if I should put it or not. I figured it had to be a talking point, at least. Stranger Things 5 teased their titles for the 5th season. Sorcerer. Shock. Escape from Kamazo Bridge and Right Side Up. In the fall of '87, one last adventure begins. Yeah, I was kind of conflicted on if I should put this, but it's a big thing. It's Stranger Things. It's a big thing worth talking about, just even for a moment. Of course, the big thing being the second episode is titled the vanishing of, and it's blanked out, so I don't know who the name is. Have they done this every season? Of course, the entire thing started out with the disappearance of Will Byers. The whole thing of season 1 was that. I'm excited. So Stranger Things season 5 coming next year. Probably gonna be split into 2. I think they already confirmed they were doing that. It doesn't say, but sure. But very short. But this is the biggest one for our TV portion. The Disney Plus Marvel Studios look ahead. This has all the shows we talked about earlier.
I brought you here to offer you an opportunity.
Oh, I smell what you're stepping in. It's gonna get good.
It's been some time, hasn't it? You've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
I wonder if your darker half would agree.
But damn, finally he's actually gonna rock the dance with what's up?
Exactly what kind of a lawyer are you?
A really good one.
Actually having my man in the damn suit. That was the one thing that irked the hell out of me when it was on Netflix. He barely wore the damn suit. Even when he got it, he barely wore the damn thing. Is it Bullseye?
exactly what kind of a lawyer are you? A really good one.
Miss me.
I'm not a big fan of that
I'm
animation.
gonna build something undeniable.
Anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
For an adventure.
You know, I noticed they made her suit, or say kind of teased in that first one. They made her suit a lot thicker. I'm not a big fan of this animation style. I'm not gonna lie. It might grow on me as I watch it. I like the comic book like thing they're doing here, but I'm not too in love with the animation. It might grow on me though. Like I mentioned, they teased it in Wakanda Forever. It seems like they're making her suit a lot bulkier and more. I don't know how to explain it. It's bulkier. It has a lot more like Iron Man's suit was very sleek, sharp, designed well. It was meant to be very smooth. Hers seemed to be a little bit more bulky. Seemed to has a lot more parts and compartments and shit to it.
Anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life.
Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's like very large pieces on it. Made it a lot more. It's not as sleek and smoothly designed as the Iron Man suit was, which I kind of like, because you don't want it to be exactly like that.
Has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
But if
For an
season
adventure.
3,
The battle they will sing about for ages.
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams,
well,
reading for Wonder Man.
I was born to play this character. And we both have a lot riding on this.
It's in here.
You better not mess
Of course
this
he
up.
is.
I know.
I am ready.
I am Marvel Jesus.
We have a long road ahead of us. Much to do.
Oh my God!
Nice, nice. I didn't know. I didn't know Ben Kingsley was in Wonder Man. I'm sorry, Sir Ben Kingsley. I'm actually go back
You
and look
better
at
not
that a
mess
little
this
bit.
up. I know.
You can slate whenever.
Marvel Zombies. It took it forever for this damn thing to happen.
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
I might be digging too far. Is this a is this a period piece? This is very like 80s, 90s, like all the full denim fit is very like 80s, 90s kind of style. Like look at the color palette on these outfits in the back too.
I was
Trying to see if I can get
born to play this.
any other kind of clue on it. Maybe it's just for the show he's filming for. Because even like this, look at that car. The cars, the box Chevys,
Character.
very old school. Actually, you know what? I just saw my own answer my own goddamn question. A ring light with the fucking smartphone. No, this is modern times. It's just the show he's on. Okay, I was wondering because I'm so like that fit is old school as hell. That's like '90s Uncle Jesse fit. Like I'm also like, is this a period piece? But like, no, it's just the show he's doing this.
You better not mess this up. I know.
I am ready.
Is that,
You better not mess this up. I know.
I am
no, okay. I was like, so like, is that like Thanos' peoples?
ready.
I am.
Oh, let me look at that last little sizzles part one more time.
We have a long road ahead of us.
So is oh shit, Mayor Fist arc is happening. They did tease that at the end of Echo, didn't they?
Jesus.
So is Marvel Zombies going to continue
long
that this little part that we got teased of in the Zombies episode? It's picking up right
Don't
from there.
help us.
This was pretty good. It was kind of scorched.
Oh my god!
Cool. So that was our trailers. That was the Marvel Sizzle Reel. The looks ahead. Very cool. Very cool. I'm looking forward to it. Daredevil. I knew I fucking had a massive grin on my face once the Daredevil popped up and seeing him and Fisk in there together. I was very, I was very happy about that. But anyway, yeah, it looks looking pretty good. I'm interested to see where these things go. So we'll have to see. Hello, everybody. Post editing Hoover here, because I was doing the video and everything. I was like, oh my goodness, why did I wait so long? What is taking me so long? Why did I take forever to freaking do this recording? So I was get it out. It should have been out like yesterday or maybe even 2 days ago. But luckily, I have the perfect excuse, if you will, because Marvel just decided to drop the first look at a special look at Thunderbolts, and then the first official trailer for Captain America: Brave New World. So I'm gonna watch these real quick. Then we're gonna throw it on to the news drop video. So let's check them out. Let's start out with Thunderbolts.
Oh, America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
You got a convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
This boy got a limousine service.
Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
Lexi! Okay, don't worry. Engaging defensive measures.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's not supposed
Oh my god.
Walker, shield!
Baby.
Is that Bucky?
It's a Winter Soldier. That guy is so cool.
Okay, Terminator ass nigga.
That's what I talk about!
That's not good.
How crazy is it to think of all the monumental fights that happened exactly here where you're standing? I mean, the place wasn't cheap, but it's got good optics.
But you did buy Avengers
Look at
Tower.
you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina. The assignment is
Looks more like a damn full ass trailer.
Assignment is complete.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydra.
Hydra. Oh, fancy.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Contract kills.
And you, former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
It's getting so tense in here.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
And Bob.
We're just drifting. And we don't have purpose.
You can't escape the past. So you can either do something about it now, or live with it forever. So what, do we all just punch and shoot?
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
Thank God.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
Okay, still looks pretty good. Still looks pretty fun. You know, like what I saw there. Like what I saw there. All right, now we got Captain America trailer.
You asked for me. Here I am.
You want to help me?
Is there anything you remember?
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
What do we know?
There were 5 shooters. This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
I was a wartime general.
Sitting on these trailers is so fucking
I'm
good.
a wartime president. Your inner circle's been compromised. Let me fix it.
Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers.
You're right. I'm not.
Wait for it.
Oh, he got that T'Challa tech for his helmet.
We're on the brink of war.
I can't trust anyone.
Nothing about this feels right. Captain America. You ever ask yourself, who's playing who? Someone's been pulling the strings on everything.
You're under arrest?
I don't want a variable out there that I can't control.
Captain America, caught without his wings.
You like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's orders.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
What if this is a trap? You don't even know what this is.
Since when were they red?
You want me? Come and get me!
Okay. I like that. That's dope. I love the entire vibe and feel and everything that's coming out of these trailers so far. I like this one a lot more than than the first one, the teaser one from a while ago. The fucking editing on these has been superb. I'm telling you. Anywho, Thunderbolts looks pretty good. I mean, I was still about the same, but I think I'm a lot more excited for Captain America now. That trailer is damn good. We finally got to saw Red Hulk, so that was cool. All right, so I had to get those in there. So all right, we'll get back to the outro of the regular news drop here. But anywho, that is it for this episode of News Drop. Yes, thank you all so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, comment on the YouTube channel. I mentioned it earlier. Follow on all of the audio only platforms. You can find me over there. Um, yeah, so this episode might be up probably by like the ninth. By the weekend it's probably up. So thank you all so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Check out some of the other stuff on the channel. We got some older news drops, where I talk about some other news in there. I got some video game stuff. We just wrapped up our Dragon Age month, which is all videos dedicated to Dragon Age as the Veilguard release. I got the first 2 parts of that up as we sit right now. I had to slow down a little bit because I got to finish Dragon Age Origins, as we're doing that currently right now. So if you're interested in that, go check those out. Also got Spider-Man 2 and Cyberpunk 2077. But yeah, that's it for me here today. Thank you all so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. To everybody out there, always remember to stay watching, stay playing, stay awesome, and most importantly, please stay safe out there. We might be in, I know some of us finna be in for a rough couple years, at least. But hey, gotta brighten up the day somehow. Hopefully I'm doing that in some way, shape, or form. So until next time, everybody, I will see you all later. Good. But oh, it wasn't really news. There's a Mass Effect TV show in development, but we kind of already knew that. It was in development for like they picked up the TV rights like 3 years ago, but it seems like they're only just now starting to put it in development. The guy who wrote Fast 9 is doing it. So they're there. So a little news if you stuck through to the end for all the Mass Effect swings out there. Happy and Sunday yet again. So until next everybody, I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.